Swami is coming. And the difference is I made it once, he made it thrice. And then Swami arrived. Swami was on the dais. And the interactions took place, bhajans, then lamp lighting, all of that took place. And then Dr. Safaya was speaking something with Swami. Absolute silence, everyone is watching. And it began. I don't know, some tune like that. Whose phone is it that is ringing? Dr. Safaya's phone, in his pocket. And he was wearing a jacket and then a doctor's suit and all that, and he was trying to dig out he's not getting that phone only. Which pocket did I put? Here, up, down, and it's ringing. Finally, he managed to excavate it, lad. He pulled it out from the pocket, and he's not able to say. Then he literally did this, he came to the crowd and he just threw it. You silence that damn thing. So yes, so please make a second check and ensure that it's definitely switched off. Or silent, not switched off. So when I look at this relationship with Swami, I feel this is the only relationship worth investing in and cultivating. And why, I will state it right in the beginning, and then I will share a couple of experiences that will show that aspect, that will elaborate on that aspect. Swami says, life is like a tree, it's a tree, the tree of life. It has branches, it has leaves, it has twigs, it has fruits, it has flowers, it has roots, it has the trunk, everything is there. And these are all the relationships that we have in life. Now, when you have water and manure, where do you provide it? Because that is needed to nourish the tree. Swami says you provide it to the roots. And Swami says, relationship with God is like the roots of the tree. That is where all our love, the waters of our love, and the manure of our faith has to be poured into. Because once the roots are taken care of, the fruits are also automatically taken care of. This has been my discovery in life. We all want to have healthy relationships, good relationships, wonderful friendships. But sometimes we feel we cannot devote time to every relationship. There's so much time, energy, effort needed to foster and grow a relationship. That's because we are trying to water and put manure on the fruits, on the leaves, on the twigs, on the stem, on the branches. In fact, doing so might ruin the fruit. Put too much water on the fruit, it will start getting rotten. But if we water the roots, in my experience, in my limited experience, I have noticed that once we make our relationship with Swami as the focal point of our love, of our faith, of our everything, beautifully all other relationships also blossom. So beautifully. So beautifully. Because in our relationship with Swami, whether we take him as our father, whether we consider him as our mother, whether we take him as our friend, as our spouse. Yes, Mirabai considered Lord Krishna as her husband. As a friend, whatever we might consider Swami as, in that relationship, through that relationship, he will make us evolve. He will make us evolve and reach that level where we are able to find fruition in every relationship. We become good husbands, good wives, good mothers, good fathers, good children, good friends, everything, without having the stress of any relationship. I was in second year of my undergraduation, studying at Brindavan in Whitefield, 2001 the year. And I had one big weakness. What is this weakness? Attachment. I'll get attached. Very attached to people. If I meet them, that's enough. I'm attached. I'm like a leech. And possibly they felt that I'm sucking the blood out also. But I would be like very attached in my friendships. I had 5, 6 good friends. Like I would call them brother. And I literally considered them like my brother only. I would do everything. Like if any of them falls sick, that's it. Their 5-star treatment begins. I will get food for them. I will inquire about them. I'll make notes. I will go and make copies of the notes, get it for them. If they're not in my class, like I'm in science, if they're in commerce, I will find out some commerce guy, request him, get their notes, inquire how they are feeling, check temperature, sit next to them, talk to them. Like they would be bowled over, They would know for sure that, man, Aravind, you're so loving. I won't do it to everybody, of course, only to those whom I'm attached to. Okay. Like in the class of 120, maybe 4 are there like that. Those 4 I'll do for. Others fall sick, yeah, it's okay, like normally, whatever. But these 4 are really special. And I would do. I would go all out to do. And they would also be so happy. They would be so indebted. They'll tell, man, you're so loving, you're so kind, so wonderful. So where's the problem? The problem is when I fall sick. The problem is when I fall sick, I expect the same. I expect the same. Somebody who is there, who is getting me notes. Somebody who is there sitting by my side, maybe stroking my forehead, telling me, don't worry, you'll be fine soon. Getting and applying vibhuti for me. Getting food for me. If needed, taking the spoon and feeding me. And the funny part is that it's not that there was nobody doing that for me. They were there. But it was not these 4. That is the problem. That is the problem of attachment. Just think of it. Why did this person not wish me on my birthday? Your mom has sent you a card, your dad has wished you, done everything, but you know what, you're not happy. Because why didn't this person wish me? This friend. That is attachment. That is not love. That is attachment. That is not friendship. That is attachment. Love, love is feeling thirsty. So when you feel thirsty, you pick. Nice. Wow. Warm also. You feel good. Again you feel thirsty, you take another sip. Love is the water. That's why Swami would say water the root. But you know what happens? I'll take 5 sips and this glass will get over. But brother is so thoughtful, he has kept 1 more glass for me. But you know what? No. I'm like, why is there no water in this? No water. I'm sucking at a dry cup. That is attachment. Attachment is wanting the cup. Love is wanting the water. The Lord provides us enough water always in our life. But we get attached to cups. And this was my problem. This was my problem. I was attached to, the name and the form. This name. Rakesh, Rohan. I'm saying random names because I don't want to embarrass them. But that's what it is. Why is Rohan not coming and caring for me? Why is Rakesh not coming and caring for me? This is how it is. And this has been my issue from childhood. It's not a new thing. It became very, very intense when I was in Vrindavan. Why? Because Swami is in Prashantinilayam, in Puttaparthi, right? So there's no morning and evening darshan in Vrindavan. We just left to ourselves. I'm staying away from my parents. So my whole life is the hostel and my friends. And it grows. It grows in intensity. I might seem like I'm telling you some mundane hostel stories, but hold on. It is like that. All Oscar-winning movies, you have to last through the first half hour. Then it gets interesting. You need all of this. It's all connected somewhere. So you listen carefully. So, in the hostel also, the way Swami has set a schedule. Swami would say, for my students, they need not do any sadhana. Look at that. Wow. Swami would say, no need to do any sadhana. Karma, Bhakti, Marga, Jnana Marga, spiritual wing, devotional wing, education wing, service wing, all these are for the organization, for Satya International Organization. For students, none of this matters. only thing they have to do is follow the hostel schedule. That's all. Wow, look at that. Just follow the hostel schedule. And Swami does like that. He's an amazing marketing person. He'll market it. Simple, that's all. What you need to do in life? Nothing. Love all, serve all, ante. Try. We don't understand what is meant by all. We don't understand what is meant by love. We don't understand what is meant by serve. Nice word. We'll tell. We'll put on pens, we'll put on paper, we'll distribute everywhere. Badges, we'll make love all, serve all, help or hurt never. Okay. Help or hurt never. Swami says, Ashtadasha Puraneshu Vyasasya Vachanadvayam Paropakaraya Punyaya Papaya Parapidanam. He says, after digesting and assimilating all the 18 Puranas, Veda Vyasa said, listen, here is the essence. Help ever, hurt never. Paropakaraya Punyaya. It is punya or merit to help. Papaya Parapidanam. To make others suffer is papa. Hurt never. And we think, wow, how amazing our Swami. He distilled all that and he just gave it off so easily. But we forget that a person like Veda Vyasa, his caliber, had to go through all the 18 Puranas to understand that. How much effort was required, that much is needed. But Swami will tell it off so simply. So, though we might know it simply, it's a lifelong lesson to be learned. So, Swami says, very simple. You just have to follow the hostel schedule. You follow it, everything will get. And then you get into the hostel schedule. The day begins at 5 a.m. Suprabhatam. So, you have to get up at 4:30. He's already yawning when I told Suprabhatam. That is what would happen to us at Suprabhatam. We would, Suprabhatam, ideally, you have to get up at 4:30, brush your teeth, finish your ablutions and go. How will you get up at 4:30? At 4:30, there will be a bell. 4:40, there will be a bell. 5 minutes to 5, there will be a bell. Finally, 5, there will be a bell to start. All of us would sleep till that 5 minutes to 5 bell. Because it was not compulsory to take bath before Suprabhatam. We would even go without brushing our teeth. Because who will get up? And many times we sleep in Suprabhatam. Because there would be a meditation session. After Suprabhatam, Asatoma, and then there's 3 minutes meditation. In that meditation, sometimes you'll hear, because somebody is like, hey, get up. So people knew, you can sleep through Suprabhatam, don't sleep during meditation, because you'll be caught. So when Ishwaramba Sutta Shrima, you can sleep. Nobody. You can. The harmonium and the singer will cover up your snore. But not during meditation. And once that is over, the day, that's it, the day kicks off. Suprabhatam gets over at 5:30, 5:45, jogging, exercises. That 15 minutes is to go and change from your night pyjamas or whatever into track pants, t-shirt, jogging. Go. Till 8 o'clock, jogging, exercise, games. Not till 8 o'clock. Yeah. 5:45 to 7 o'clock. Yeah, till 7 o'clock. 7 you come back, have to have bath, because 7 o'clock, 7:05 breakfast begins. And it shuts by 7:40. That's it, 35 minutes to come and get your breakfast. So, like, boarding gates close prior to departure. So, breakfast counters also close 20 minutes prior to this. So, by 7:20, breakfast closes. You go at 7:25, they'll tell, sorry, you have come 3 hours early for lunch. Yeah. So, you have to somehow finish bath, you have to do all this and reach for breakfast. I'm giving you the hostel schedule because Swami said you follow this, it's enough. Nothing else you need to do. It is a way of beautiful sadhana. In case you don't want to come to service and to the Sai, who will go to Sai center? Why to do bhajan? This is, instead of that, let's do simple hostel schedule. If you feel that, you can try. 7:45 we set out to our work which is studies. 7:45 we are out of the hostel. 8 o'clock prayer is there. Prayer begins there. 8 o'clock all have to be there. 8 to 8:15 prayers. Then till 11:45 we are in school. 11:45 we come back. Till 12:30 is lunchtime. 11:45 to 12:30. Walk back, take it. Just enough time to go, pick your plate, pick your glass, go, stand in. It's not like your home, go, I'll take little of this, stand in. No, you have to stand in line there again. Because they'll serve in line. And someday you also have to go and serve. Somebody is serving you today, no? So imagine you're serving, you have to run, serve, and then eat your food. So it's very tight. You can sit and talk a bit, but you have to, because you have to get back to school. Get back to college, whatever your school or college. And then again till 3:15, studies. Then come back to the hostel. 3:30 we are going to go to Mandir. So for devotees, they'll be waiting, but they'll come. At 3:30, Swami will come for darshan. He'll finish darshan rounds. He'll walk. And he'll take some people for interview and go. What devotees will do? They will get up, dust their mat, and go to South Indian canteen for some snacks. And then maybe they'll take a stroll outside Gopuram Road. But we cannot. We'll be sitting. From 3:30 till 6:30, we'll sit in mandir. Every day, 3 hours, you have to sit in mandir on that white marble floor. People who feel it's a privilege that students had for sitting in the front in white marble floor, try to do it for 365 days of a year. For 3 hours every day. 3 hours we would sit. You're allowed to bring your textbook and study. You're not allowed novels. You're not allowed storybooks. You're caught. If you're caught, you'll face it. You can get your academic books and study. But 3 hours, man, very tough it is, I'm telling you. Just try. Just try 3 hours. Forget reading study books. You can read anything. No touching your phone. Try it. 3 hours you have to sit without touching your phone. So tough it is. And we would sit. Of course, sometimes Swami will come out and speak. Those there. Swami will speak. Otherwise, generally after darshan gets over, for bhajan, Swami will come. We'll have half an hour bhajan. 6 to 6:30. And then walk back to hostel. Walk back to hostel. Then what? No, sorry. 5:30 to 6. By 5 to 5:30 bhajans, yeah. So 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the mandir. 5:30 bhajan gets over, walk back, around 5:45 you reach, this is the time you can play. All your table tennis competitions, matches, carom or cricket, ball badminton, shuttle, everything, this is the time you can practice, that's all. Till 7 o'clock you have got time. 1 hour, very critical. Anybody want to go to gym, all this, that is the 1 hour. In middle you want to talk to somebody, do chatting, then over, gone, time. So this is that 1 hour. And then 7 o'clock, dinner. 7:20, dinner counters shut. 7:20, you should have taken food in your plate. In fact, if we are not able to, we would give our plate, hey, take food for me. Like, he'll take and keep it next. So sometimes you get delayed, you walk in at 7:30, you'll see some 5 plates here and there that's kept. Because 7:45 study hours begin, you have to sit and study now. This is actual study hours. Because mandir, you can even read Swami books. You can do whatever. You want to study, you can study also. So we would be doing, like, if you have a drama competition, right? 3 of us after darshan, we'll come together, sit and we'll write our drama script. All of this in the mandir it would happen. Now when I think of it, it's so beautiful. You're spiritualizing every activity sitting there. Now official study hours. 7:45 or 8 o'clock till 9:15, 9:30. That's it, 1.5 hours. You do only study. Absolute silence. 9:30 you'll be given milk. And then television, news they will show, 15 minutes. The latest news, what is happening. If you want to see, you can see. 9:45, 10 o'clock, light off. Now people ask, brother, you didn't have mobile in, if I had mobile, where is the time? This schedule you follow. And the thing is, in between, there's prayer. Morning prayer, before food prayer, before going to college prayer, in the college prayer, before each period prayer, while leaving college prayer. Prayer before prayer, prayer after, simply praying. Whole day we are praying only. Because Swami says this is what that stage of life is for, to focus on God. This is how it would be. And yet, in middle of all of this, in Vrindavan, I had time. In Parthi, I had time to make friends. And now imagine in Vrindavan, there's no darshan. It opens up a 3-hour window. We would usually go and play in that time. But that is the time I would go and make friends, and latch on, become a leech to those who are dear. And finally, it was in this year when it became too much for me to bear, the heart breaks. I used to cry myself, telling Swami, why can't people be nice to me? Why can't they treat me the way I am treating them? This is what it is. Why can't anybody be my friend? And the irony is, I would give talks on how God is the only friend. I'm giving talks. But I never realize it. I've had best friends all my life. In grade 1, I had Prabal Patel. This is really name. Grade 4, I had somebody else. Grade 6, Prajakta. After that, I moved into Swami school, so then no more females can be there. It's all male names. It's like a rolling trophy. Just think of it. Best means it's the ultimate, right? How can best friendship be a rolling trophy? But it's a rolling trophy. Every year we get new best friends. This is how it had been. And now I was struggling with my best friends not responding to me. And that is when So, as I said, all my life when I had this issue, right, whenever I take it up to anybody who I think cares for me, my mother, my father, or even my friend, like you go and talk about another friend to this friend. You know that fellow, how he does that? Everybody's advice is, you know what? Arvind, don't get attached. Attachment is your weakness. Don't get attached. Attachment is your weakness. Don't get attached. Attachment is your weakness. It reminds me of the story of Wei Wong. Have you heard of the story of Wei Wong? Wei Wong was a guy who wanted to become a Kung Fu champion. Only problem is that he didn't have a left hand. He didn't have left hand. How can you become a Kung Fu champion when you don't have left hand? So he goes to the master and tells him, he goes and asks different masters, can you teach me Kung Fu? They tell, no, Wei Wong, you don't have a left hand, that's your weakness. So you can't. So he knows it. He's almost given up till he comes to a master who says, Wei Wong, you come to me, I'll make you a champion. Everyone would say, Wei Wong is very wrong. This master says, no, I'll make you the champion. So, okay, how will you make me a champion? Come, I'll teach you. And he starts teaching him. He tells, do this step. He teaches him a basic thing of Kung Fu. And Wei Wong feels, hey, with this I can't. This is, anybody knows. Everybody knows. This is ABCD of Kung Fu. But I know, I'm sure the master has some superb thing. He'll teach me. Whole time goes in this basic move only. He becomes very perfect in that move, but this is not enough. This is a Kung Fu competition. The master says, Wei Wong, you go. And Wei Wong feels that simply I trusted this. And Wei Wong goes there with his weakness of not having the left hand, left arm. And guess what? During the competition, he realizes the genius of his master. He realizes the brilliance of his master. He is so thrilled. He wins the first round, he wins the second round. He wins the third round, he is a finalist. And he is finally crowned the champion. And Wei Wong realizes the brilliance of his master. You know what? There was only one move that his master taught him. And the only counter to that move involves holding the left arm. He didn't have. Which meant Wei Wong. It's not that Wei Wong didn't have a left arm. It's that Wei Wong didn't have a weakness. And that is what Swami does. That is what the master does. All my life I had been told, relationship, attachment is your weakness, attachment is your weakness. For the first time in my life, here was somebody, my dear Swami, who came and told me, Aravind, attachment is your strength. Just get attached to me. And he didn't tell it in words. He did it in action. Because when I was in Vrindavan, I was a winner of the debate competition. And therefore, that sports meet in January, I knew that I would be going on stage and receiving a shield from Swami for having won the debate competition. So that would be a good opportunity to interact with Swami. So I had written a letter in which I had poured out my attachment woes, saying, Swami, please, this is what I'm struggling from. Help me, Swami. This is my weakness. I don't know how to overcome this weakness. This is my weakness. And my prayer was, Swami, whether you give the shield or not, whether I get a photo with you or not, please accept this letter and acknowledge acceptance of this letter. Because this is becoming a problem for me on a daily basis. Because every night, right? I said night they would show news. That is the time I'll go to my dear friends, sit, chat with them, talk with them. Evening times. Because the rest of the day is busy. In night time and evening time I sit and chat with them. And that's when the attachment grows and grows. And then later on I'm suffering. So in this situation, when we went to Parthi, finally that prize distribution day came. And during the prize distribution, I know that next is going to be my name. I pulled out the letter. I was wearing a full suit and everything. I had that letter. I was like, Swami, please take this. Please take this. So they called out our names. We went on stage to receive it. Swami gave us the shield. I said, Swami. Swami said, look, photo. So I stood looking at the photo. They clicked the photo. Then I pulled out the letter, Swami. Swami looking. Like he's looking through. He's looking, smiling. Swami. Like him, just take it. And Swami is like, putting his palms together like this. And just standing like that. I tried so desperately to give him the letter. He just didn't take. And I came back. And I was feeling sad. I'm like, oh, Swami. For me, that was more important, Swami. I wanted a shield in my life, not this shield. I want a shield from attachment. My biggest weakness. You gave me of this shield. That's what I thought. That trip, we returned back again after the whole prize distribution, then the January Shankranti celebrations. We come back to Vrindavan. We came back to Vrindavan, and day one, evening, I'm dreading the evening, because I know that this is when the attachment deepens, and yet I'm not able to stop myself because it's my weakness, right? That's why it's my weakness. And that evening, as the dinner bell rang, I know after the dinner now my attachment business will start. Somebody came and told me, Arvind, warden is calling you to his room. So I went to the warden's room. And the warden tells me something that just takes my breath away. Totally unexpected. Something random, out of the blue. Arvind, are you ready to sleep inside Trai Vrindavan? Trai Vrindavan is Swami's residence in Vrindavan. I said, sir, sleep when? Every night. I said, sir, yes, sir, I would love to. Okay, for Swami asked for Trai Vrindavan security. Trai Vrindavan security, okay. He wanted boys to sleep inside Trai Vrindavan for security. So, we showed Swami, and Swami has selected some boys. You are one of them. I said, great, sir, I would. Then quickly have dinner, because by 7:15 you have to go in. Go inside Trai Vrindavan, take your bed and go. Leave your bed there only. Leave your bed there only, because you have to sleep there every night. Swami is not there, Swami is in Parthi. That was my next question. Oh, now Swami is not there. But still it is Trai Vrindavan. It is Swami's residence. I entered. This is the place where I would rush in and sit and want to sit in the front. You'll see the jhula on which Swami sits every day. You see the chair there that Swami sits on every day. The interview room where everybody is pining to get inside. I can just walk in. I can walk in. Whole thing is empty, open for me. Okay. Once you enter Trai Vrindavan, already the voice. Okay, so where are you sleeping? This. So we were allotted whichever place. I want to sleep near jhula. Okay, sleep. Imagine. Place where Swami keeps his feet throughout. You can sleep there. Yeah. So what are the security? There would be two Doberman dogs, walking around Trai Vrindavan. So what is the great security that we can provide? Great, I don't know. But this was an opportunity. And we were told you can lie down there, and night we'll have slots. Like I have to keep awake from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then somebody, it starts from 10 p.m. 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Somebody else will keep awake from 11 p.m. to 12. Then 12 to 1, like that. So by rotation again. So tonight I have to be 9 to 10. Tomorrow mine will be 10 to 11. Day after it will be 1 to 2 means then somebody will wake me up at 1 o'clock. So every night you're going to get a disturbed sleep, except for when it's the first slot or the last slot. So you just want to quickly go to bed, because you have to be prepared for the next day. You can't give excuse. You don't want to give it as an excuse. You don't want to tell you're sleepy in class because I'm sleeping in Trai, then they'll tell don't sleep there. And the best thing I got to know is, even when Swami comes, you can continue. That's what happened. That's what happened. And then I realized what a masterstroke Swami had done. The time when I would chat and grow my attachments, Swami got me up into Trai Vrindavan. That's it. That was the drying up of attachments and the growing of attachment towards Swami. Because inside Trai Vrindavan, you will not chit-chat. You will sit and study, be silent. Because what a place it is. I would sometimes sleep and think, right above here, when Swami is there, right above here, Swami. Like if I break the ceiling, that's Swami's bed there. And that was the beginning of the deepening of relationship with Swami. And why am I sharing all this is, because throughout that 1.5 years that I got to sleep in Trai Vrindavan, dear brothers and sisters, I never saw Swami. I never saw Swami. It was just the feeling that Swami is here. Swami is here. I never got to see Swami, because by 4 o'clock they'll wake us up and send us out. Before Swami can open his door, we are out. After Swami shuts his door, we are in. And yet, wow, isn't it a blessing? And that's why I feel it teaches us for real life. Because we can lead our life like that. That Swami is at home. And it starts making a difference. That is how my intense attachment to Swami began. I realized that detachment is deep attachment to God. Detachment is deep attachment to God. And it began, beautiful times continued till the next experience, which is sometime in the year 2004. By now, I was obsessed with trying to become close to Swami, become a form boy of Swami. They call form boy. Form boy means somebody to whom Swami gives attention to and speaks with. There are 300 boys there. Swami will not speak to all 300. He'll speak to some 5 boys. And he'll speak to the same 5 boys 5-6 times. And you'll think they're Swami's favorites. Till one day he just stops talking to them. And he'll pick another 4 or 5. So your intention is, before I graduate and leave the portals of the university, once at least I must be in that 5. Because overall only 40 will get. We are 400 here. Correct? So that's what is that form boy concept. And when you're a form boy, Swami will like pamper you. Like imagine, okay, for example, Swami will be in Mandir and students are coming rushing to sit in front. And it's just like the Serengeti plains in Africa. The buffalo herd that comes, no? Like that the students come running. And everybody comes running. Now imagine on the way there's one elderly person who is walking. And when students are almost about to hit him, nothing happens by God's grace. But when they sit, normally Swami will come and tell, no discipline. Buddhi ledu. No brain. No discipline. See that elderly person? No sight, no seeing, no respect for elders. Huh? What if you had hit that person? If he had fallen? Huh? Please. Selfish, only you. Like this, he'll rip you apart. But if you're a farm boy, we'll change the case scenario a little bit. You're rushing in like the buffalo. You actually hit that old man. He's walking with his stick. You hit him and he goes one full round. And somehow balances himself. Swami has seen it. And yet he won't bring it up. There'll be somebody else who will bring up and tell Swami, I think students should come. Swami, that person got hit. Somebody else will bring it up to put masala, tadka. But then Swami will tell what? See, in this day and age, youngsters, they run behind movie stars. They go behind sports people like this. These youngsters are running behind God. We should encourage them, no? Oh, yes, we should encourage. Form boy, you can't do anything wrong. Like in cricket, when you're in form, do you follow cricket? No, okay. Like in baseball, when you're in form, right? You strike it wrong and still it goes for a home run, no? Like that it is. You inform, if you do wrong also, it will be glorified. So everybody wants to be that form boy for some time. So I also wanted to be. And I would try everything. You see somebody, he would be arranging mics for Swami. One boy was there. Whenever Swami has to give discourse, he was in that department. So he'll come and just adjust and keep the mic. When he's keeping the mic, Swami will hold his hand. Like this. Swami will, nice, put it up. And with that mic putting, that's it. He became form boy. After 2 years, he had one ring, he had one bracelet, we used to call it the Grand Slam. Like here you have Grand Slam, Wimbledon, French Open, US Open, Australian Open, right? Our Grand Slam is chain, bracelet, ring and watch. You get all for your Grand Slam winner. We would have like that also specialists. Like you have somebody who keeps winning clay court. Like Nadal keeps winning all French Opens. Struggles maybe in other things. So like that, somebody will get 3 rings. He won't have any other. Like he's a champion in the ring format. Like whatever. So this guy. So I joined that. I joined that same department to keep mics for Swami. And I would keep mics for Swami. He won't even look at me. He'll be looking there. Like, I'll be putting mic here. I'll be putting that. Swami, is it fine? And he's looking there only. I'm here, Swami. Looming big face, no. Then somebody else, speakers, they will give a talk. And after the talk, Swami will be so happy. He'll materialize one ring for them and tell, you're awesome, you're brilliant, you're terrific. He'll be so happy with them. So I also want to give talk. I'll prepare talk. After my talk, Jai Sai Ram. Sit. What? I tried everything. Singing, dramatics, anything possible because I want to get into form. Not working only. In fact, when I joined school, right, you want to be known to Swami in some way. Swami very rarely will call you by name. So, for instance, I had gone today morning to Kishan Singhal uncle's home, and there auntie was telling me that Swami would call him Kishore. His name is not Kishore, but Swami will call him Kishore. Simply. So Swami will never call you by name. He'll call you by some other name. He'll see some person who is a little rotund, he'll call him a pakoda. Bonda. He'll call like this. And that person will feel it great, you know. Like for example, mine, when I was in 11th grade, one day Swami looked at me and said, hey, you mental hospital. I felt awesome. Yes, something at least. Brother, Swami called you mental hospital. He didn't call you anything, no. He called me mental hospital. That's my badge of honor. And I wanted to become permanently Swami's mental hospital. So like one day I'm sitting in the 6th line and I'm trying to give a letter to Swami. Swami like, hey, mental hospital. So wow, Wi-Fi range is till 6th line, like, you know, it's working. Like I'm in 6th line, it feels more, you know. From 1st line if Swami called you something, oh, 1st line I am. From 6th line if he called, it feels more special. Because we are all like comparative. We always compare. Oh, this is for you. So like that. But that's it. After that I had to go to Brindavan, over mental hospital, shut down. No more. And I came back from Brindavan, I'm sitting, Swami forgot that I'm mental hospital over. Like I felt. I like, oh, that's all Swami, that's all my, like, that cannot be my form period. I need some real solid form. Like, you know. So again it started. I want to get back. Like, Swami, remember me. Do you recall I'm mental hospital? I didn't even get a chance to talk to him. You want him to remember you some way or the other. Somebody is going to say, giraffe, Swami will call. Anybody else calls, no, it will be abusive. But he'll be fine, giraffe. I said, bonda. You call somebody bonda, no? They'll smash your nose till it becomes a bhaji. Like, means, but Swami will tell, no, it's fine. Because that is the magical thing. He is love, right? With love, anything is fine. People would take great pride in that. That's what Professor Kasturi writes. In his Loving God book, he writes about one Parmeshwara Iyer, you know, who finally became like Parmeshwara Iyer's son married Kasturi's daughter. Swami, he didn't, like Professor Kasturi used to not believe in Swami. Like, this Parmeshwara Iyer, Swami used to call him Potti Iyer. Potti means dwarf. And he used to tell it with great pride. And Professor Kasturi thinks, what man, somebody 1/3 your age is calling you dwarf and you're feeling proud about that. Like, what's crazy this is? That same Kasturi, 4 decades later, his daughter comes to him and tells, Dad, how much mom is suffering. Like Professor Kasturi, we all talk of Professor Kasturi and feel envy about him. If you look at his life, no, do you want to exchange your life with Professor Kasturi? No, you'll tell. The amount of hardships he had. That his daughter, Padmama was saying, she went and told, Dad, what have we got by doing this? Swami, because of this, so much, why is this happening? And she says, Professor Kasturi told her, you are very right in asking this question. But I don't know, he's God. He's God. He's God. That's all. That's all. That is the thing. That is the magic. Whatever he does, you will bear it. So, in short, my attempt was to get into form. And I felt that my chosen route to form is through speaking. And so, what would happen is, those days Swami will be sitting and he'll simply come and tell, any boys are ready to give talk? He'll ask. I'll raise my hand. First I'll raise off before anybody because I already prepared talk. In my full I'll be preparing talk. Swami then said, okay, speak. So try to go and, try to give a stunning talk which people, Swami will be unforgettable for Swami. And so nothing happened. Like I gave a talk, I took namaskar before and again after the talk also namaskar. The way I'm telling you'll be thinking, what? Yeah, but it feels like that. Namaskar is nothing. You want form, right? Namaskar everybody gets. So I also took namaskar, spoke and that's all over. So then I go back and start preparing next speech. Why? Because next time Swami asks, I want to raise hand again. So again it happened after a few days. This is, I think I was in my final year. That's another thing. I was in final year MSc. After this, that's it over. My education is complete. This is the year when you make it or that's it. It's like your final Olympics, they tell, right? Your last hurrah. You win the medal or else you're over. Your age is done. I didn't know at that time that I would be doing 2 more years of MBA. But at that time I thought this is my final year MSc, second year MSc. I have to get into form this year. Somehow or the other. And speaking and dramatics is my best route. I've tried all other options. Okay. Singing, no, I'm okay, but if I try to reach into form by singing, I think I'll be made formless because it's not that good. So I was trying speaking. So next time again when Swami asked, anybody there to speak? He asked the warden. He asked the warden, hey, anybody there ready to speak? So I raised hand like that. And then I saw nobody had raised hand. Only I had raised hand. So warden asked, you are ready? I said, yes sir, I'm ready. He told Swami, one boy is ready. Swami said, who? Okay. So I went. And when I went close to I'm like in full like Swami. See, I'm full devotion led Swami. I mean devotional face I made like. And Swami and Namaskar. Swami told take Namaskar. He kept looking when I took Namaskar. I'm not even gone out of his earshot, okay. I'm still there. And he's turning to warden and telling, you don't have anybody else in hostel? I mean, this fellow only keeps coming like that. Now, I was like, Swami, first of all, the truth is there's nobody in hostel. Nobody raised hand. Okay. And if you want to ask, no, ask when I go to the lectern, no. When I'm taking Namaskar, don't ask like this. It's very demoralizing. Like, what to do? I don't want like, you, nobody else is okay, you speak like that, it is feeling. So I was feeling very demoralized. Like full tuss I became. I had prepared full speech, full eager, want to go to Swami. But that's what happens, right? When you unrequited love, you are offering your love to somebody and they refuse and throw you, you know. You go down on your knees and make a proposal, they take the ring, clean their teeth and throw that, how you'll feel, you know. Something like that, you know. I'm feeling fully demoralized. And I went and stood at the lectern with the mic. And everybody's looking eagerly like that. Why? Because I have to speak now. I have to tell. Karuna Sagara, Prema Swarupa, ocean of love. I am not feeling any of that. But I said, no problem, Swami. My love for you is so great. Despite whatever you have done to me, I forgive you and I'll speak good about you. And I spoke good about Swami and I got an applause also. It was a nice speech. After the speech, I went to Swami. I thought, at least, Swami, now you see, you are asking nobody else is there, but I did an awesome job, right? I expected a pat on my back. Swami again didn't look at me also. I fell at his feet like it's anything. Like I just felt like there's a fly sitting on his feet. I'm also on his feet like that it is. I took Namaskar and no conversation, nothing. I went back. And I was feeling very, very upset, very angry. I was like, Swami, honestly, there's nobody to speak. If you don't know, next time, no, I'll not raise my hands. You see, there'll be nobody. Then you'll understand my value. I'm coming and saving your self-esteem and honor here by giving excellent talks. And what? Because I'm desperate now. This is my final year. Swami, please. Whatever. Really, I used to go crazy. I like, no problem, yaar. What is that? Try it. If it does, what happens? So I wanted. And sure enough, I got an opportunity of, again, a few weeks or something later. Swami asked, anybody? Evaraina matladtara? Anybody will speak? I had my speech, but I said like that. I'm not going to raise my hand. And I looked. Nobody's there. Nobody's raising hand. Swami understood, no? Then Swami turned to warden. Hey, anybody will speak? Ask Swami. Warden also looking. Now you understand, Swami, my value. Hey, you, come here. Swami told. Swami told one boy, come here. No, you sit, no problem. But like how you got surprised, right? That guy was also surprised. And I was like, who is that fellow here? Oh God, this fellow doesn't know how to speak. Swami called him and told, go speak. He came and took Namaskar. Swami told, yeah, speak. Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagwan. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. This now anybody in their sleep also they'll tell of. This like standard opening it is like. Now after that, what? Then I understood, Swami, I know what you're going to do. You are going to speak through him now. You'll make a miracle and he'll give one super speech. This is cheating, Swami. You have never supported me like that. Okay. Simply now to show that you'll do this. You'll do a miracle. But that day, Swami didn't do the miracle. This guy gave a pathetic speech. He was fumbling for words, disconnected, incoherent. So much so that in order to spend at least 3 minutes speaking, he chanted some Vedam. He said, I remember, when I see Swami, I feel, Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahem Kavim. Like this slowly. He finished 3 minutes like that in that Veda chant only. And though I was not laughing loudly, inside I was thinking, this is what happens, Swami. I am here to save you, but you are not trusting me. This is what happens. And then, after he finishes, Swami clapped. And the whole Kulwant hall clapped. Because whole Kulwant hall, no, bhajan lead, follow, that's all. Swami, whatever bhajan, he'll tell Prema Mumita Manseko, they'll also think Prema Mumita Manseko. If Swami claps, they'll also clap. That's it. They all applauded. I was like, Swami, what Swami? You're applauding for that speech. You never clap for my speech once also. And then Swami, you, come. Picked another guy. You, come. That day, 4 people were randomly picked who are not prepared. And there were 4 not so good speeches. And 4 applauses from Swami and the whole Kulwant hall applauds. Usually one speech would last 15 minutes. That day 4 speeches lasted 15 minutes. That's all. Because nobody has any material only. Everybody's 10% of material is Om Shri Sai Ram and offering humble pranams. And another 3% is Jai Sai Ram. And at the end Swami tells to the warden, speeches should be like this. Very good. He had not done a miracle. But I was so like, Swami, this you're doing only to slight me. You're doing this. What is this, Swami? And I became very sad. It didn't reach my head that, listen, Aravind, your speech is not about academic brilliance. Your speech is not about wowing people. The speech is about touching Swami, that's all. Because if Swami applauds, the whole world will applaud. When we do our bhajans, when we do our seva, when we do our study circle, when we do our professional work, whatever we do at home, let us do it to touch his heart. If his heart is touched, the world's heart is touched. If he applauds, the world applauds. If the root gets the water, the fruit also gets the water. The whole tree gets nourished. But all this wisdom didn't come to me that time. I was just plain upset. I was like, Swami, what is this, Swami? And I felt, you know what, I think my Swami doesn't love me. I don't know. Einstein says, when theory clashes with experience, trust the experience. Yeah, Swami, theoretically you're God, you're all loving. You do love all. Somebody asked me today, love all. Love all means we should love all. Even I thought, yeah, Swami, you say love all, you only don't practice love all. You love somebody more than me. You don't love me. Misunderstanding of love, misunderstanding of what is love all. I will not go into that now because it will come in middle of my story. But I felt, Swami, you don't love me, Swami. You don't love me. I don't know what wrong I have done. I don't know what mistake I have done. I am just trying my best to come close to you, but you don't want me. Swami, don't worry. Just 5 more months, Swami, I'll be done. I'll be done with my MSc and I'll go back. I'm done. So you can be happy. I won't be there to bother you anymore. So that's how I got into a kind of a, I won't say depression because I know depression is an official term, but I was very sad. And I lost some of my energy and enthusiasm. I didn't prepare any more speeches. Why to prepare a speech? He doesn't want to listen to me. Whatever speech he wants to listen to, he'll only prepare and upload for it. So no need. And interestingly, after that day, Swami never asked anybody's ready for speech. Over. Nobody. Nobody also got a chance. And I thought, naturally, Swami, you know now that I am upset, I won't raise my hand. And that day you saved the day by simply clapping. You don't want to make your face red again. So you're not going to ask anymore. Is anybody ready with speech? These are all the thoughts that are going in. And I'm feeling very, very sad. And you know the thing about feeling sad is, when I look at my diary today, Swami was actually normal only. Swami would throw chocolates, I would get. If Swami throws a chocolate, I get a chocolate. But I'll tell you know what? Everybody got 3, I got only 1. Naturally, because Swami wanted to ensure that I didn't get. I forget that there are hundreds who didn't get even 1. but I'm wallowing in self-pity. This is the thing about sadness and frustration. We start focusing so much on what we don't have. Helen Keller said, I don't complain to God because I don't have enough time to thank Him for all that He has given me. Words to that effect. I'm not quoting her exactly. But Helen Keller was somebody who was born deaf and therefore deaf and blind. And therefore she became mute also. Because if you can't hear, how can you learn how to? If you can't hear and see person's lip move, how will you learn how to speak? So she was deaf, blind and mute. And if such a person can tell that I don't have time to complain because I don't have enough time to express my gratitude to God, I think all of us have enough. But that's what happens when we are sad, when we are frustrated, when we are angry, when we are full of pride. These 6 enemies, that's why they're called 6 enemies. We fail to see the blessings in our life. We are so focused on all these. Imagine I'm sitting there every day in the front and having darshan morning and evening. Having a camera to take his photographs. And I'm crying there. I'm well fed, I have clothes, I'm studying. Everything is fine, but I'm sad. Then came the January of 2004, because by the time we, January of 2005, March of 2005, I'll be done. And then I'll be out. This is the final. In January, there is a sports meet. So now in sports meet, all the annual sports and cultural meet, in the Hillview Stadium, all the students will perform different stunts, acrobatics and things. And Swami will come to watch. And of course, the chief thing is to make Swami, you want to impress Swami. So for annual sports, they will give the senior most students of the hostel a chance to choose, because this is their final year, right? And so there was one zip lining event. We used to call it carabining, because because that's a carabiner with which, you know, a rope will be tied to the top of the mountain and another end will be tied into the ground, and you'll hang on it and come. And as you come down, you'll do different stunts. That is the zip lining event. That is supposed to be so every time it's like a normal curve. You'll have some superb events, some average events, and some just filler event, like, you know. They'll have mass drill. Because, you know, you guys are good in this, you guys are good in this, rest of you come for mass drill. Like, you know, do like this, like this. You also did something for Swami. Like that. So I wanted to be in the cream event. So this was the cream event and I had applied for it and I got into that. And I have learned gymnastics, I've been a gymnast and I try to excel in anything that I take up. So I was pretty good. There were 30 guys who were selected and I felt I'm in the top 5. But I also have this, right? As I said, attachment, speaking, I would keep talking, and a coach had come from Singapore who considered talking equal to indiscipline. And therefore, he didn't like me. So when the selections came, right, the selections had come, it was decided that we will rank everybody. The top 15 will perform on sports meet day. The bottom 15 will be support staff. Help to put the ropes, catch them, everything, be on standby, that is it. Drive a car, you know, because there was a car on which a wall would be made and this fellow will ram into that and all of that. I was ranked 28th in the evaluation. 28th. Because 2 boys did not come, they were absent. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I feel I'm in the best, among the best. And you feel I'm the worst. And I got damn angry. Not on the coach, on Swami. Because I felt, Swami, you made that coach like that. You made sure that coach is brought. Some mental hospital coach. Who will make me? You. I got very angry on Swami. I said, Swami, what you're trying to do, Swami? This is my final sports meet. This is the final offering I can do. You don't want me to do that also. That's all. That's one beautiful thing that happens also when you start building a relationship with Swami, you know. After a point, it's no longer, you won't get angry on anybody else and you start all on Swami only. There's one Parvati Mahadevan auntie, great bhajan composer. She has composed many bhajans. Swami had given her one lingam, you know, to worship. In fact, she would be worshipping that. She is actually the aunt of Brother Sundar Iyer. She was a bhajan singer in Vrindavan And she would be doing Abhishekam to that lingam, and sometimes because of that she'll get late. Swami used to tell, simply I gave her that lingam. She's not coming for darshan, she's sitting and worshipping lingam. So one day in Bangalore, when she was doing this worship, there was a power outage. Power went off. And in the darkness, because the door was slightly ajar, a thief got into the house. And it was a very simple house, not finding anything valuable to steal. He thought he will steal the Mangal Sutra. The lady's gold ornament which symbolizes wedding, right? He thought he'll snatch the Mangal Sutra from her neck and run off. And when he came to her neck, she saw, out came from her, Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho Kamala Nayana Sai Shiva Shambho Kali Yuga Deva Dina Bandho Kalimala Bhanjana Sai Shambho Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho. Just imagine, this bhajan got composed because she got angry, not on the thief, on Swami. Swami, I am here, oh Shiva Shambho, I am worshipping you. How can somebody come and steal my necklace? How? And she's shouting this bhajan. People sing this bhajan in Vrindavan now also. I don't know what happened to the thief. I don't know what he saw. But that necklace remained. He didn't take, he left it and went off. I don't know which Rupa he saw, Rudra Rupa or whatever. But I'm saying this is what happens, when you get obsessed with Swami, it's all about Swami. Swami, why Swami? What Swami? It's beautiful. Grow in that, really talk to Swami. Because he's the one controlling everything. If you think, why did you do this to me? That means unconsciously I'm acknowledging that you are more powerful than Swami. You are able to defeat his will and do something to me. Subject me to something. So I was doing it, but I was not doing it joyfully. I was like, Swami, why are you doing this to me? So then my teacher in charge, so there's a coach who comes from outside to teach, and there's a teacher in charge who is from the institute who will be spearheading that item. So my teacher in charge, name was Dr. M. Sainath sir. Sainath sir came and told me, Arvind, you go and join something else, join the commentary team maybe. Because he understood that I am the passing out batch now, I am the senior most, and I am going to be doing support stuff. Not a nice thing for a senior most, so he felt for me. So he said, join the commentary team, you can stand on stage next to Swami. And I felt, no, I'll join, I'll be next to stage, something else Swami will do. Something he'll do and he'll get me kicked out. So I said, no sir, I will do this. No, why Arvind? It's your final year, go, no, you're good in commentary. No sir, I will do. Just listen to me, Arvind. I will speak there. Sir, why do we think that only coming down is for Swami, sir? Why support staff is not Swami? Doesn't Swami know that if I am doing this, that I am doing it? Okay, Arvind. You can be. I just gave some dialogue. That night after our practice, it was announced who are the 15 selected and who are the support staff. And then Sainath sir says, but listen, I want to bring to your notice a true student of Swami. Arvind, come here. I didn't expect. I went. And then he glorified me. He said, this Arvind, I told him, go and join. But he says, no, look, learn this. All of you learn this attitude. If you have this attitude, you will go far. All that. And in my heart, I'm thinking, see Swami, this Sainath is able to recognize. You Sainath, you don't know. M Sainath knows, S Sainath doesn't know. Satya Sainath doesn't know. See, this is what I'm feeling. Like, Swami, everybody is able to recognize my goodness, and why can't you? Why can't you? So I went along. The thing is, I was actually stealing credit, honestly, because that was not my genuine. I just gave it as an excuse. In the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is said, before we go to Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate state. Before that, Dharana. Before that, Dhyana. Before that, there are Yama, Niyama, they're there. In that Yama and Niyama, one of the stages come is Asteya, non-covetousness. It's often translated as stealing. You should not steal. But it is actually non-covetousness. You should not covet. Somebody comes and tells, hey, you did a great job in the bhajan. Actually, you and somebody else has done. If you simply say, yeah, thank you, all Swami's grace, you have stolen. You have stolen. You are supposed to say, thank you, but I was not alone. This person also did. Otherwise, you are stealing. That is the subtle level in which stealing happens. And here I was stealing credit because I was not like that. That is the reason why in Bharat, people had fear of sin because they knew everything matters. It is said that when Alexander the Great reached India and he had, in his conquered land, 2 Indian farmers came to him with a fight. What is this fight? Farmer 1 has sold land to farmer 2. And farmer 2, while digging the land, found 1 pot of gold. That's it, fight. Very common, happens. But what stunned Alexander was, farmer 1 is telling, but that land is his, so the gold belongs to him. And farmer 2 is telling, I bought only the land, I didn't buy the gold underneath, so gold belongs to him. And Alexander is, man, you both are fighting to give each other the gold. Crazy, these Indians are crazy. That's what Alexander might have thought, I think, crazy. But I think that also contributed to him telling that when I die, bury me with my hands spread out. Let the world know that the great Alexander who conquered the world lives without taking anything. I don't know if that was the thing, but that must have contributed. Finally, you know how Alexander solved the problem? He found out that the first farmer had a son and the second had a daughter. He said, you know what? You marry your son and daughter, give them the gold as wedding gift. They said, hey, nice. Alexander the Great, nice idea. So that's how he solved the problem, luckily. But this is the reason why they would not covet, they would not want, because they know that anything that you don't deserve, you take will be lost, it will be gone. They would, that's why dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Artha should be earned dharmically. Otherwise, Swami tells there are 4 kinds of thieves who will come and take it away. Who are the 4 thieves? First is thief only. Thief will come and take off. Second, Swami says, natural disasters will come and take it off. Or health disasters will come and take it off. Or, Swami tells, government will come and take it off. Tax. In India, I have noticed, in India, beyond one point if you earn, it's no use earning. You're earning for the government actually. Because the tax rate is so high that you're slogging and paying them. Why? Like that only in restaurants also, no? I'm talking only in Indian case. So, there are different tax rates for different restaurants. So, like ceiling on desires. Advantage is, up to one restaurant level, no, it's fine. Small. 2%, 2.5% tax. But next you cross, no, it's 18% tax. When you get bill, no, it will show everything and then they'll put government and they'll put that. It feels like one government official also ate along with you, food. Like that bill will come. So that's why, that is why never. But there I was stealing credit. I was thinking that, I'm so good. Everybody recognizes, you're not recognizing. In fact, I stole the credit so well that Sainath sir one day came and told me, Aravind, listen, I know you're not performing on the final day, but Swami will come to watch the practice sessions. So when he comes to watch the practice, I promise you that you will do. I was like, that's it, Swami. Even if you try to keep me away, no, you can't keep me away. Because when you come to watch practice sessions, I'm going to be the one doing it. So every day, though I'm in the support staff, in the end, Sainath sir will tell me to pad up and do. And the coach will tell he's not selected, Sainath sir will tell you be quiet. He's going to do, that's it, I am deciding it. That's it, the coach was overruled. Swami's instrument was shut up there. That's what I felt. You are Swami's villain coming to subject me to difficulty. See how my thing is standing support for me. So I also would practice because when Swami comes, I will do. Swami never came. Surprising? Is it surprising? I know, Swami, I know you will not. But I will keep doing. Let us see. Means, Swami, is your ego so big that to stop me from getting a chance, you won't give anybody chance to do. So that's what I was thinking. Then, one day, I had an upset stomach. I had diarrhea. So I went to Sainath sir and said, sir, I'm not feeling fine. He said, you know what, today don't come for practice, go to Mandir. Superb. Mandir will be empty because everybody is practicing here. So I can go to Mandir and nice. Only face Swami will have to see is mine. Or mine and other guys, who are sick, who are broken, leg is broken, hand is broken, leg. Among all the sicknesses, I'm the least, I'm only having stomach upset. I can still be fine. And that day I'm going to the Mandir. I'm reaching near Ganesh gate there. That is the entrance. Full huge crowd is running. Why? Swami is going to ground. Swami is going to ground. For what else? To see practice only. So Swami's car goes. I also run behind the car. I ran till the ground because Swami, Swami, don't, please Swami, our item, don't see it. Like, I need to be there. And Swami goes to the ground. I don't have time to go to the hostel and change because I'm now in white shirt and white pant. I don't have time to change into track pant and t-shirt. I was in, and I ran and stood there. Swami comes out of the car and Swami asks, that carabining, you do that first item. And there I'm seeing all my other classmates in the item, they're doing there. And I'm like, Swami, I don't have time to go change clothes. Why are you doing this, Swami? Why are you doing this to me? What wrong did I do? So I'm just standing there. Everybody is happy. I'm the only guy having moist eyes. Feeling very sad. Looking at them. And they finish doing it and Swami says, very nice. Full approved. You need not show this to me again. It's approved. And he saw another item or two maybe, and he's leaving, and I thought I'll just stand here. I'll stand because I was in a good place where Swami's car is going. I'm in Swami's side window. I said, Swami, see me, see how you have reduced me to this kind of a sorrowful, pitiable state. Feel, bliss is your food, not, you'll be deprived of food one day from my side. What? No, tell me this, what love all serve all? It just doesn't make sense. What do you mean love all serve all? You're targeting me. You're targeting me, Swami. I'm saying this because we might not feel directly with Swami like this that you're targeting, but we feel in life that everybody gets ahead. I do good and I get nothing. These people do bad and they go ahead in life. Why God? Generally, but that's an accusatory finger towards God only. That's exactly what I was feeling. And listen, when I tell you in this perspective, in this way, it's normal, correct only, right? What have I done wrong that he's doing this to me? And then Swami leaves. He's leaving. And I'm just standing there, tears in my eyes. As Swami comes, absolutely brutal and heartless, just turns his head away from the window and looks through the driver's window. And there's only one guy standing over there because Swami is this side, nobody is that side. And Swami looks at him and he's so happy. I'm like, you fellow, you got because of me. And as Swami drove, everyone is running behind the car. I'm not feeling like running behind the car. Why should I run behind the car? He doesn't want to see me also. And others can't go to mandir. They can run only up to the gate. Because after that, you have to be in whites to go to the mandir. Only I can go to the mandir. But I don't want to go to the mandir. Why should I go to the mandir? The deity doesn't want you. Why do you want the mandir? I just trudged back to my room, to my hostel room. All alone I was. Because healthy ones are in the ground, sick ones are in the mandir. I don't know. The rejected, dejected, pathetic ones are in the hostel. And I am all alone there in the room with Swami's photograph. And Swami is sitting, that photograph in the altar, no? Direct, smiling, looking like this. And I broke down. I said, Swami, what? Swami, what are you doing? You're targeting me, Swami. You're torturing me. What, Swami? All my life, all I wanted was to get close to you. If that is a sin, I'm the greatest sinner, Swami. But that's all I have done, Swami. And you never give me a chance to come close to you. Swami, every time I have spoken, I have told what great good fortune it is of mine to have you in my life. Today, Swami, there's nobody to listen to my speech. You are listening. Listen, I'll tell you how blessed you are to have me in your life. Swami, somebody who loves you so passionately, who loves you so intensely, you'll not get, Swami. You'll not get. And you don't even realize whom you're losing. You have lost me, Swami, because I'm going. Just one more month, bear with me. I'll be gone. I'll be gone and never again I'll come to you, Swami. Because you know what, Swami? All my life, I've come to you, I've wanted from you. You have given me nothing. You have given me nothing. And I broke and I cried and Now actually when I cry, no, because anyway, I'll come to that later. But I just broke down and I shouted at him. Just shouted at him to my heart's content. Nobody there to listen. Just told him whatever came. And I thought, that's it, okay, fine. Get back to life. Next day, my diarrhea was fine. I got back to doing the support staff. And yeah, I did that support staff job to the best of my ability. You know, and then came the sports meet day. On the actual sports meet day also, I was a support staff. In fact, there was an ambassador car that I was driving, because on that car, a wall of boxes had been made, and this guy would come. He would come and break into that wall, and the ropes had been tied in the morning. And you know what? I remember that day one terrible tragic thing happened. That is, in the practice session, just before the evening sports, we thought we will do one practice of all the items, because in the evening Swami is going to come and watch. So I'm in the car driving, and this guy comes down, and we had made a mark also, mark on the ground till where I should drive the car. And driving the car itself was a great thing, because as I said, I was just 18-year-old, 19-year-old, don't have a license still, but in the ground. So I drove the car and came, and that guy is coming down. He's coming down 40, 45, 50 kilometers per hour. And as he's coming down, I suddenly noticed that because the rope has been tied from the morning, there's a sag in that rope. Just like in Toronto school, garland keeps growing, that rope seemed to have grown there. And I'm seeing that this guy is headed straight into my windshield. Okay, not on top of the car. He's going to come and bang into the glass there. So I quickly started the car and started driving it forward. So I tried, but it was a little too late, and this is very fast. I'm telling it in slow motion, like it was very fast. And he came in such hurtling speed, he didn't hit the windshield, but on top of the car there was a carriage. His bottom hit the carriage. The carriage was ripped off the car. And this guy, he was lying down holding his back, and it was so tremendous. And to get water, get some medical, and this guy there, something he's telling. You know what he was telling? Sir, please don't cancel, I'm going to do it in the evening. Sir, please don't cancel, I'm going to do it in the evening. Wow, look at that, no? His first thought when he gets it, no, don't cancel this, please, I'll do it in the evening. And this fellow did it. I was so inspired. I was like, man. His name was Prakash Verma. I said, Prakash Verma, you're what creature, man, you are amazing. And he did it. That evening, it was the spectacular highlight of that sports meet, the carabining, and Prakash Verma did it. He came down the thing, and this time, yeah, because we had recalibrated, I was in the ambassador car. And got over, we go back to the hostel, and sports meet is over, and then comes the prize distribution day, January 14th, that is Shankranti. And no prizes for me, and no prizes for guessing, because Swami has arranged it like that. And again, I was sure Swami only. He just wants to keep me away from him. And that evening, 13th evening, somebody comes and tells me, Aravind, warden is calling you. So I go to the warden's office. The warden says, Aravind, tomorrow Shankranti, will you give talk in Kulwant Hall? Like, I didn't know what to say. I will give talk, like, how? Sir, did Swami ask, sir? I asked. Like, I want to know if Swami asked for me. He said, no, Swami didn't ask. But, usually, if suppose Swami asks any students are there, Shankranti day it is, then we thought we'll suggest your name. In my mind, I laughed. Swami is going to ask. Till now, he has never asked. After my episode, never he has asked any student is ready to speak. Swami is going to ask any ready to student speak, and they will give my name. And Swami will select me. But where I'll go and tell him this whole story of what all has happened so far. So I told, yes, sir. Yes, you can. I'll be ready. Oh, okay. Oh, prepare. Okay, prepare a talk. Okay, that's all. That's all. The warden had full confidence in me that I'll prepare a good talk. So that was done. And I went back with to the room. And that night, there was a movie being shown in the hostel. Every once in a fortnight, some inspirational, some action movie also, suitably edited. They will cut out all the parts that are not to be seen, anything that can arouse sensual feelings and all. They'll cut it out and they'll show only the movie. So that night there was a movie, executive decision. So now I had to make my executive decision. Watch the movie or prepare for the talk. You know what I decided to do? What do you think? Watch the movie. Yeah, because where's the chance of me? Why should I simply lose this fun also? So I went and watched the movie nicely and went to bed. Next day morning is prize distribution. I got up. I didn't take bath. Why to take bath? I simply slept aram se, took bath. I didn't even shave. Swami would love it. Swami will feel so happy if you clean shaven faces. I had a stubble and I didn't shave. I have white. Like I was like some Devadas, like some depressed guy. How does it matter how I look? Anyway, Swami doesn't want to see my face. What is there? This is what I was thinking. So I went to Mandir. And as I entered the Mandir, Mr. Sanjay Sahani, who was then the principal, came to me and asked, hey, can you give the bio? I said, whose bio? Your bio? Oh, sir, I'm speaking. No. If Swami asked, we want to suggest. Your bio, and he told 2 more names. He said, these 2. 3 of you will suggest. No, those 2, no, are also, they're stalwart speakers. And Swami has been pouring love on them. So my competition is those 2 speakers. So I didn't even waste time preparing my bio. I said, okay, took that folder, prepared their 2 bios, and inserted it, and gave it back. I didn't even put my bio, because what is the chance? And then I went and sat in the front, because some of my friends were receiving trophies from Swami, so I thought I'll click their photo, so I sat. Then my physical director came and said, hey Arvind, what is that? Get up. I said, what happened, sir? You're not even shaved. Why after bath you didn't shave? How to tell him I didn't have bath also? I said, sir, it's anyway a stubble. No, you're sitting in the front line. Go, shave and come. Okay, so I went to Chitravati Road, I went to a barber there and told him just shave this. So he removed whatever. He said, sir, there's nothing. I said, exactly, but I know that physical director is seeing something there. You just make it brown. It should not show even shades of black there. So got shaved and came back. And I sat. And I had worn a little older shirt. So it was a full arm shirt. The buttons, the dhobis, they'll break it like. Every year you'll need 20 additional buttons because the dhobi will be smashing it on the rock and it'll be breaking. First it'll like the phases of the moon. Full moon you'll bring it. Then it'll become Ardha Chandra. Then it'll be crescent. And then new moon day comes, you have to stitch new button. So this is the life story of the shirt buttons with dhobis. So my buttons had gone and I had not stitched, and that used to be my college shirt. So we'll have a darshan shirt and a college shirt. Darshan shirt, you maintain, which is all full good. College shirt you can wear it. So I used to, I had folded up till here. I had folded that, and that I was sitting in. And then I saw these 2 other boys who are my competitors. Wow, like grooms, they're coming full, sparkling white, like that. Aura is there, full like this Chandrabindu, full moon vibhuti. Like this, if you want to put like this, you dip it in water and put. Then it stays. That's how. If you simply put vibhuti, it will go off. If you want it shining like that, so like Chandrabindu vibhuti, full neatly combed, one sparkling bright rose with full 108 petals and all that, full they brought. I thought they're confirmed then. So I said, you confirmed, both of you speaking? No, sir told us to be ready. He told me also to be ready. What is this kind of readiness? Anyway, Swami came, darshan got over. After darshan, Swami sat at the dais. He sat on the stage. He was sitting at the discourse table, and first, Sanjay Sani sir spoke. And I was thinking if Swami is going to pick now. Swami didn't tell anything. So after that, he invited, the program was, the Vice Chancellor is going to talk, after which Swami's discourse. So I thought, see, good I went and saw the movie. There's no speech only scheduled today. Then Vice Chancellor sir came, he was speaking, S.V. Giri sir. And when he's speaking, in the middle, Swami looks at him and calls him, beckons to him. So he goes to Swami. And Swami tells him something. Then S.V. Giri sir comes back to the dais. Instead of continuing his speech, he says, today Bhagwan has blessed 2 students to speak to us. And in my mind I thought, these 2. These 2. And then he went on. The first is Miss Tina Thomas. Oh, Anantpur. Oh, girl. Oh, okay. And then he introduced Miss Tina Thomas. Like she was doing MA in literature and full her introduction, and she's doing this, and her introduction was given. And the second, one of these 2, right, is Aravind Balasubramanya. And I was like, oh. And that file, I know that file because I had put the bios, right? My bio is not there. He doesn't have anything to introduce me. But you know what? Vice Chancellor sir, that is S.V. Giri sir, he also, when he had come for practice, right, Sainath sir, who had grown very fond of me, who had praised me so much, he had done it in front of Vice Chancellor also. He said, sir, you know, Arvind, that only thing that remained in Vice Chancellor's head. So he introduced me as, the next is Aravind Balasubramanya. He did carabining, so his experience will be interesting. That's my introduction. He said, I did carabining when I had not done carabining. I had actually driven an ambassador car. Okay. But that was my introduction that day. And now I grew tense. Look, oh God, I have to go there. I don't have a speech. I don't have a speech. I don't have a button. So I just opened it up and I saw they are wearing cufflinks. I said, give your cufflinks. I have to go. So I borrowed one fellow's cufflinks. Then I borrowed the other fellow's 108 petaled rose. I told, give that rose. I have to give to Swami. Took the rose. That rosebud it was. I took that rosebud. I took. Okay, so I'm looking good. Shirt is fine. Bath people can't detect. And rose is in pocket. Now what do I need? I only need a speech. So I called the guy next to me and said, hey, what is the incident in your speech? So when we prepare a speech, we'll have a message, we'll have a quote, we'll have a bhajan, and one story. These are the 4 components of a speech. Now your message and all, I don't have time to digest. I said, tell me your story. Because I'll go and tell that story. So he said, okay, my story is, and he was narrating his story. So when he finished narrating his story, all this while, Miss Tina Thomas is speaking there on the stage. And he told me his story, like in silent whispers, because Swami should not see, and we are in the second line there, he's telling. So I got his story. So I said, okay, 3 minutes of my speech is done. I said, now can you exchange places with that guy? Why? Because I want to take his story also. You know, because I need both. Then he asked, how will you connect? I said, I won't connect here. I'll just tell 2 stories and come. So he said, okay. So he was now slowly moving back to allow the other guy to come so that he can tell his story to me. And even as this exchange is taking place, Jai Sai Ram! She finished off there. And full roaring applause. She has cracked it, it looks like. And she went and sat. And now I have to get up and go. I got only one story in hand and a rose in hand. So I got up and went to Swami and offered that rosebud to Swami and said, you know, another thing. Whenever I would go to give a talk, I would tell Swami, Swami, please speak through me. But that was only lip service. Like, you know, because I have my speech, Swami, don't worry. You will feel nice if I tell you to speak through me, so I'm telling you. Like, if you don't speak also, I'm cool, I can do. This is my attitude. So I went to Swami and said, Swami, speak through me. Swami said, yeah, go. Swami, really speak through me. Like, Swami, this is not like the other speeches. Really, Swami, speak through me. Swami said, go speak. Swami. So I went and stood in the podium. And as I stood there, I saw the heavy weight of expectations. You know, the sports meet often becomes a war field between boys and girls. Who can do better? Always it's like that. One year the boys will do bike stunts and Swami will tell, amazing it is there. Next year the girls will come and do bike stunts. Like we'll also do. Why should boys have all the fun? And then the girls would have done Bharatanatyam dance. Swami will tell, very nice. Next boys will come and do a dance. Why we'll also do. Like it's a competition. And the grand finale of the competition is happening here now. Speech, who can give better? Like there, she has come, the MA literature, you know. I was thinking that usually what happens, no, the girls do not get that many opportunities to speak. So when they get, they're so overwhelmed by the occasion that many times I've seen them fumbling. So I had thought maybe she will fumble and set a low expectation level on which my one story will look nice. But she had cracked there, Shelley, Keats, Shakespeare, she was MA literature, no? Thud, she had whacked over there. And now, you know, all the boys sitting there looking like our hero, man, our hero. Like your hero doesn't have his boxing gloves, I don't know. So I stood there, Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my humble pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagwan. Dearest Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. This, as I said, everybody will tell in their sleep also, I told it. And then this speech is there still, I have uploaded on my channel, you can go and see. I started by saying, the annual sports and cultural meet is an annual meet. my fans or the boy supporters who didn't understand, they're still thinking, okay, something is coming. No, that's all. My sentence is complete. Like, what a disastrous opening this is. And then I won't go into the details of the speech because it was disaster after disaster. It is not bringing applause, it is bringing laughter. And not the kind of laughter that you like. Because they're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. Especially from the ladies section, because this is their hero. And I was just trembling. I just didn't know What I'll speak? And then suddenly, I just felt like epiphanies, they happen in a moment. Like, I felt, oh God, I was thinking I'm preparing the speech, I'm saving Swami. Every time I delivered a speech, it's been him. For once now I'm on my own, I'm not able to do anything. Everything has worked out well. Look at it, look at it. Despite whatever I'm thinking of Swami, he has chosen me. And he has shown me also that I chose you because there was nobody decided. In the middle of the speech, I have stopped him and I have picked 2 guys. And you had 3 over there. You thought you will not be among the 2. I picked 1 girl and then among the 3, I have picked you. I have been nice and I have told, go and speak. And this is what you're doing. So in the middle of that speech, I just looked at Swami in my mind thinking, Swami, when will you start speaking? When will you start speaking? And in my heart, I am feeling, when will you stop speaking? I don't know. The next 3 statements I made, the whole hall was applauding. The whole hall was applauding. I was like, whoa. It had transformed from laughter to applause. And then, I'm telling you, when I look at it, I feel brilliant. I feel brilliant. How did you tell that man? That's why today while speaking to the Balvikas Gurus, I directly said, no, this is not me. Because I got this just now. That is what Swami does. Swami was holding that rosebud which I had offered to him. He was holding and he was playing with it nicely. Like that he was just, he was like, he was widening it, broadening it like that. And I don't know, it was an inspired idea. I said, you know what, dear brothers and sisters, we are all like that rosebud. Our parents, Vice Chancellor, that was not what I had given because what I had given he had put back in my pocket. This is what Vice Chancellor had offered. I said, that is what Vice Chancellor had offered. And the minute I said that, everybody's attention went there and Swami got like, hey, what everyone's looking at. And then I said, but you know what? Our elders offer us to Swami as buds. And with his touch, he makes us blossom. Woof! Whole hall started applauding. Swami smiled. Everybody was, I was like, thank you so much, Swami. Thank you so much. Because I knew this is not my idea, Swami. This is not me at all. I would never have come up with this. Thank you, Swami. And after that, everything I told, 5 times I got applause in that. And when I concluded, I said, somebody had said, Swami, I am ready to die for you. Swami said, no, don't die for me. Don't die for me. Live for me. Dying is easy, dear brothers and sisters. Dying is easy. It's just a one-time thing. Can we live every day for Swami? That's what Swami wants. I mean, I said like this. I said like this and thunderous applause. With that, I concluded. I felt so relieved. Oof. Second half, turned it off, And I went to Swami. I said, Swami, thank you so much. Swami said, which class? I said, Swami, 2nd year MSc. Then I got up and I was going to go back. And then Swami said, hey, Swami ne tumko kuch nahi diya na? Swami said, Swami didn't give you anything, no? Swami said, what? My mind immediately went back to that day in the room there. In the privacy of the room, there's nobody there and I'm thinking nobody there and I'm shouting at him telling, Swami, I've given you everything in life. You have given me nothing. And Swami is telling, Swami didn't give you anything, no? That's it, I just broke down there. I just broke down. I said, no, Swami, whatever I have in life, no, you have given. Swami smiled. Swami said, love, so much love you have for Swami. So much love. And he patted my cheek and I just, it was felt so good, so good. Swami is telling me that you have so much love for Swami. Keep that love, just keep that love. That's all, I didn't want anything else. And when I felt I don't want anything else, he waves his hand and materializes a gold chain. Says, come here. And makes me put my head onto his lap. He could have easily pinned it. He took almost 45 seconds. And I was just weeping there. And he's putting it again. He patted my cheek and said, go sit. And I felt I've been wedded to Swami. I've been chained to Swami. And I sat there and I was just thinking, all this while I was thinking that he doesn't want me. I'm going away. With my ego, with my pride. That's why Swami tells us, give up the Arshad Vargas, pride, ego, jealousy, hatred. Not because it's some sadhana, it's because you won't be happy, my dear one. I want to teach you the way to infinite bliss and happiness. And so even if you misunderstand me, even if you think I'm the most heartless creature, and with that one experience, I decided, Swami, my heart is for you. I'm never going to leave you, Swami. I'm never going to leave you. I was going to leave him in 2.5 months. I did an MBA. Then I joined Radio Sai. I was there. I continue. And Swami, I'm yours. I work for you, Swami. I live for you, Swami. I don't want to do anything else. And I know it is the greatest privilege in life. The relationship with God is the most sacred. It's the most beautiful. It's the sweetest. It's the most wonderful. And if we learn the wisdom in growing this relationship with God, and then when we grow it, we will see that everything else also becomes smooth and beautiful. This is the only relationship worth cultivating. This is the only thing worth seeking. Seek this and you will never have to seek anything else again. When Swami comes before and says, what do you want? Let our answer be, you. Dear Swami, may the love that we have for you in our hearts keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
I think I have to do the customary 3 minutes introduction, like you said. I'm sure most of us have moist eyes as we listen to Brother Aravind today. Om Shri Sai Ram. Heartfelt thanks to you, dear Swami, for your blessing today. Without your grace, this accelerating talk that we heard from Brother Aravind Balasubramanya would not have happened. Brother Aravind, speaking on behalf of the congregation, you have endeared yourself to each one of us through your address this evening. I, for one, have been viewing with joy and anticipation your videos that you put out. I'm sure many of us here do the same. Some of the videos have been so touching that I have had to halt the video to wipe away tears before continuing. And that's exactly how I felt when he was speaking here. I was wiping away my tears. So, brother, I have felt that I have known you for a long time, just that we had not had an opportunity to meet in person. Today, that has been made possible by dear Swami. My cup of joy is truly overflowing. My fellow congregation members would echo the same, I'm sure. So, dear brother, thank you for being with us today. Let us give a huge round of applause to Brother Aravind. I also have a few more individuals to thank. Brother Shiva Nataraja, our SSIO National President, for accommodating our request to have Aravind with us today. He has had to juggle around with the dates a lot to make this possible. Grateful thanks to you, Brother Shiva. Our regional president for Region 3, Sister Punita, has been tirelessly working with Brother Shiva, trying out different combinations of dates while keeping our region's interest in mind. It all fell in place when the program was finalized for this evening. To that, a huge thank you to you, Sister Punita. Our dear brother Dayapuran has been instrumental in working with brothers Aravind and Shiva and Sister Punita to enable this evening's program. You have been able to give Brother Aravind an accelerated tour of the city of Ottawa, I presume. Excuse me. My sincere thanks to you for all your help and guidance. In order to show our love and appreciation to Brother Aravind, I will request Sister Punita and Manju Didi to please come up to the front, and to Brother Aravind to receive the token of our affection from them. Quick note on announcements. General body meeting and volunteer appreciation lunch is on Sunday starting at 11:45 in the prayer hall. So please do come and participate in that. The Toy Mountain Drive for the less privileged children in the community is ongoing. You could participate in this by bringing a new unwrapped gift for those children and leave it under the tree in the foyer. Non-perishable food donations can be made for the food bank, which are going through tough times, particularly at this time of the year. Packets can be left in the bin located in the foyer. With that, we will now move on to Aarti sequence. But before that, I would also like to thank the congregation for being here on this Friday evening when you could have been anywhere. Thank you so much to each and every one of you.
सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ तत्सत् श्रीनारायण तु पुरुषोत्तम गुरुतु सिद्धबोधतु स्कन्द विनायक सविता पावकतु साई सविता पावकतु ब्रह्ममस्तु यः शक्तितु येषु पिता प्रभुतु विष्णुतु रामकृष्णतु रहीमता होतु साई रहीमता होतु वासुदेव गो विश्वरूपतु चिदानन्द हरितु अद्वितीय तु अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिवतु साई आत्मलिंग शिवतु साई आत्मलिंग शिवतु। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर। ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलदीका आश्रित कल्पलदीका आबद्बान्धव। ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयन। ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओ जय श्री ओम साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति।
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय। ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यम् ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् शांति शांति शांति। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं pouring forth in brilliant stream His play of vibhuti. So spacious is His mind, it grants liberation. Baba's vibhuti, its power protects me. Sai Baba's vibhuti, its power protects me. Shanti, shanti, shanti.
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय